Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my Jay Bird. And this is remembering 1976 and 1977 when I first learned how to play chess. We showed how to move the pieces around, but nobody can really teach you the theory and how you're supposed to, get a strategy and play the game and win. I didn't win no chess games until, like I said, until I invented and created my Jay Bird opening and won my first game with it, and the theory behind it, moving the pieces around behind the back and so on, and how they get moved around. And ever since then, I always played the same way. I do the same thing today. That's the way it is. And let's go down and let's see this, how I used to play in 76 and 77 right now. I'm in black. And this is called Nightbird, Knights 88. Knights double corner table to bot 1800, game 84. No errors, no assistance, no help of any kind to beat this spot, just like if it was 1977 right now. And let's go. Let's do it. Whoops. With an E4, B6, D4, B7, D3, E6, F3, D6, castle, knight E up, D7, B3, and E7, and there's your knight's bird. And like I said, you don't necessarily have to push the 2 pawns first. You can open up Fianchetto a bishop or something, or do it any way you want, but this is your knight's bird right here. Okay, let's continue on. After E7, C3, H6, and, well, I Fianchettoed here, but if I didn't Fianchetto, this pawn would go up here. That's my main pawn structure with that pawn. After H6, C4, G5, he castled, now I attack. After G5, H3, knight E over, F8, and this is the knight's 88, 2 knights on 88. Now this is the ninth move. I used to call them before knights 98, but anytime you're in black and it's on 8, it's always going to be 88. Now, if it's on white and it's the 8th move on 1, it'd be 81. But on black, it's always going to be knights 88 automatically. After F8, E5, yes, I pass. D5, this is how I played, just like this. Move my pieces just like this. Move it over, go like that, and then time came, I passed. And Jay used to get upset, oh, you're not taking nothing. After D5, D3, H7, and there's the knight's double corner table. Normally, if the 2 pawns are here and the knights are here, it's the knight's corner table, but since there's 2 knights, we're going to call it the knight's double corner table, okay? Because it looks like a corner table. That's the big thing, and it's a corner table. After H7, B2. Now, I could go into Donnersberg here. You see, this would be the Donnersberg. I move the queen up, that's the Donnersberg, and then I could castle. But instead, I'm going to push. Let's go on. After B2, H5, H1. See, I was slowly to castle. Didn't waste no time. After H1, G4, H2. Now, if he would have took, I would have took, then he still would have had to move his knight. But then look, then I could have jumped up. But this, see, look at the situation. He's already fighting for himself. After H2, takes G3, H3, takes H3, knight E up, G5. What does he do? H4, E4. Look at this. If he takes it, I take it. He can't take it because I'll take it with my bishop and it'll be on check. So after E4, queen E up, F3. Now I take C3, take C3, I take H4, G1, E7, D2, and now I castle. He can't, well, he could run his bishop here, but then I take, no good. Yep, look at this. Everything worked out just right. After castle, D1, F8, E3, F6, F1. Now you say, well, why don't you push up right? Because I wanted to do this first, just to see what he was going to do instead of just pushing it. So after F1, he didn't take it. He went F6. So I go F5. I always like passing. I don't want to take this because then it opens him up. I want to keep it closed. Look at this from here over. It's all closed. You see this? Here is the narrow and where his king is. Look at this. Look at that. You see that? We'll go back over this. After F5, F3, H6, F4. Everything's timed just right. Getting that knight up there. After G4, G2, pinning G8, takes H4, takes H4, G3. Nope, I don't want to trade. He's pinned. Why do I want to trade? He's got to do something. And he's got to do it real quick. If he comes up here, I could drop it and say a check with the knight and then still get his queen. Yeah, he could take it, but I'll get his queen. So that's not good. Well, he could possibly come over here. Let's see what he does. He's under a lot of pressure right now. And it don't matter if I leave anyway. He's still under pressure. Let's see. After D8, H1. Now I take it E5. He takes, I take 8 G3. Takes G3. Now he's got 4 pieces. I only got 3, but I have my queen. After F3, check with the bishop, D4, H2, takes H1, takes H1, H4, C4, D7, A3, G8, F4, takes G3, G1, H8, takes H8, takes H8. Nope. I'll play this. Now I got to use my queen. This is the funnest part of the whole thing. Taking this queen and go around the whole board and clean it up and fight 2 bishops. And fight these 2 bishops. After H8, G3, H5, F1, F3, F2, C5, B4, E4, B5 check, E7. See, when I made my moves, I'm attacking this one and this one at the same time. After E7, take C5, take C5, C3, take E5, take D5, and take D5. D4 takes. And I had to do that just right. I had to look at that, make sure you do it in the order just right. Because he can't take it. Now after D4, C4, C7, F1, E5. Now you just do your walking fortress the best you can after E5, D3, E6, E1, C5, B4, check C1, G2, E4, E2, D3. You see? It's a walking fortress now. After D3, F1, D2, takes D2 check, H3, C3 check. Now I'll take the other pawn, H2, takes A3, G1, E5, E2, A1, G2, A5, F2, A4, H5, A3, F7, A2, takes A2, F1, F4, G1, F3, F1, E3, G1, and that's game. And go in there with the queen and find the perfect moves and clean it. And clean it up. This one's pretty cool. I really do like this game. Let's check it out. And this opening is high level. This is a high level. This goes up to 3,200, believe it or not. This opening can go up to 30, but you got to do perfect play. And maybe not exactly in the order I did it. Just all depends. I have to go back over my videos and check them out on my database. And even with this kind of attack, similar. Like I said, I have to go look at them. And once you see that, this bishop ain't here, this is key. You got to watch. That bishop has to be on this square, no matter what. If he's gonna defend any of this, that bishop, white bishop, has to be on that square right there. Whoops, put it back on that square there. Okay, but the game goes like this. Like I said, if he takes, I take, his knight's being threatened, and then it's tough to say what I wanted, how I would want to do that. But this knight, because he's going to run with his queen then to take that piece. Maybe I just jump this knight up to defend that pawn still. But then I probably would have to go into Donnersberg here and then castle and get out, more than likely. But the game went like this. And it's true. This, even at higher than 1800, it still performs this kind of act sometimes. And the game goes on like this. You just got to time everything just right. Take your time, look, and go for it. And then trade your pieces down, and then perfectly defend everything. Find the perfect moves. Okay. Take that piece first, because I knew I was going to take with the pawn. Time everything just right, and now start your walking fortress. From here on out, find the and now here we go, and just go all the way out. And you know how this ends. Okay, let's go back. All right. I'm going to have some more remembering 76 into 77, but with no errors, no assistance, but this opening's high level here. Okay, thanks for stopping by, and we're going to have some more remembering 1976 into 77, and this is how I played, just like this. Thanks.